how to still get progress, even if you have an injury. Who out there, or maybe you found yourself like, oh my God, here I am again. I got hurt again, and now I can't train. I was on a good roll. Oh my God. And then all the defeat, the depression comes back in, and slightly some relief, like, oh, now I don't have to do that. Right. So we're going to go over what it means, how to still get progress no matter what. Hey there, Casey Ship here, fitness model, hormone expert, and a master energy healer. I help goal-oriented women clear out the reason why nothing has worked and finally step into their purpose and get everything they've ever wanted. A lot of you may not like what I have to say, and that's fine, but it also is going to empower you, okay? So if anything triggers you, how dare her? She is shaming or she is guilting, baby, that's because it's in you. Okay. So who here has had an injury pop up? You're like, shit, I was on a roll and now here I am and I'm down in dumps or whatever. I'm like, I've been there so many times, y'all. Because if you have adrenal issues, you're going to get hurt all the time anyway. But what if I told you the little injuries were a way for fear to stop you from reaching your goals? What if I told you that your injury was the obstacle that you're supposed to go towards and figure out a way around it, instead of abandoning ship and saying, I just got to stop? The problem is they don't get results because of one of three things. You don't want it. You're afraid of what's going to happen when you get the results. Like a lot of women will say, like, low key, I am scared of failing. I'm like, baby, I'm sorry, but you're failing right now. You don't have the life you want. You are struggling with your weight. You're addicted to weighing yourself. You're living like a prisoner, literally obsessed with what you're eating, good, bad, can't, like you're just obsessed, and you're still not where you want to be. You are living in failure. So you know what that's like, baby. You're afraid of success. That was totally me. Like my whole life was a struggle. So like I wasn't scared of failing. I was scared of being mediocre. Like I wasn't really scared. I was just kind of running towards opportunity, towards the thing that would get me out of where I was at. But failure, no, I was scared of success. And most women that I work with, you know, that career driven woman, she's afraid of success as well. She's afraid of what could happen if she gets what she wants. We're afraid of our power, man. It's like Star Wars, man. Like, what's her name? Ren or Ray, whatever, when she goes, I'm scared of myself. That was me. I had a belief that said, if something good happens, something bad's going to happen also. So I teach women how to hold the energy and clear out the reason why we block ourselves from success, because it's actually worse and more scary staying where you're at than where you're going, because all you got to do is find a mentor to help you with that path. It becomes way less scary when you've got somebody that's right by you that's like, oh, no. Yeah, don't step there. Oh, here's what that means. You're doing good. You're on path, you know, that kind of thing. But being a woman, we thrive on community. And a lot of times if you rise up like this, the hardest part about becoming successful and sexy and just being her, you may lose some friends, people that you thought like were your girls. That's probably the hardest part, but you gain everything, and you gain people that replace those old friends times 10. But it's still scary because as a woman, we don't like confrontation. We don't like all the hard stuff. So it's just easier to stay the same. Same thing with the trauma informed says sometimes, now this is big trauma. This is not like trauma is, yeah, what happened to you, but it's also more importantly, it's what didn't happen to you. So if you keep running into the blocks, it's because you've got some blocks. If you keep getting stuck, it's because you need some things. We got to clear some things out. Some women think that if they get the body, they will not only get hated on, they may be in danger. I'm serious. You would be shocked. I have a course called Drop the MF, because I cuss a lot. Drop the MF weight loss struggle. And it goes over a lot where we bring out these weird subconscious beliefs that we didn't even know were there, like literally blocking us in the background. And so I show you how to clear those out, and you're like, oh my God, this makes so much sense. And now the path is clear and it's easy, you know? So the first thing is you believe that you just don't want it. You just don't want it. Second thing is you believe something bad's going to happen if you have it. And the third reason is you just don't believe you're worthy of having it. You believe in the struggle so much. Your ego is so big. You're like, see, it is harder for me. See, I am just a piece of shit. It is just harder. I do have bad genetics. See, I'm sick. Everybody look at me. See how much I do. I'm the martyrer. Look how busy I am. That was also me. I'm serious. I can talk like this because I was that bitch. You have no idea. Still peeling back layers of that bitch daily. But I give you everything that I do. But anyway, talking about injuries, I saw the girl and I felt the energy because y'all know I'll be like straight up empath, psychic, medium, all this other stuff. But I don't promote that. I just feel shit. I saw her email. Legit, I felt she was relieved. Hey, I got hurt. She's probably watching this and is getting very pissed off. But I felt the energy of it wasn't defeat. It was relief. Y'all, that is the time when you can do the most growth. Anytime you reach an injury or anything and you feel like, here we go, this always happens to me, that is the time you're ready to level up. Let's see if you can hold this, because we're not going to give you what you want if you can't hold this, because you don't deserve it otherwise. Right now, you are worthy, you deserve it all, you are worthy as you are. True, you don't believe that yet. You believe that you're not worthy of it. If you don't want what I have, if you don't want the body that's effortless, if you don't want the business and the marriage and the baby and just the life, don't listen to anything I'm saying. But if you want it all and like you want to enjoy life, you know, and grow and just deepen everything and experience everything fully instead of being like mediocre and like, yeah, it's okay, it's normal. Yeah, I just don't want to feel a lot. Yeah, no, I want to feel all the things, everything, all the things fully. Like I am here and we're going out with a bang. You know, YOLO, man. I personally, when things happen like that, I go inward. I don't let it mean anything about me. I sure as shit don't quit stuff. That's the time when I go, all right, let's see what I'm made of. Not, you know, mustering it up and grinding and making myself hurt worse. Like that's self-hate to the finest. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying like, if I'm on a program and I got hurt like that, I would say, all right, there's motherfuckers in wheelchairs that's in better shape than me. They don't have legs and they're doing it. So because I have an arm thing or I hurt my finger, I'm in a boot. I literally took a stripper pole class thing yesterday. The teacher smoking in a fucking boot. Bitch is going all the way up the pole, right? I love her attitude. We need more of her in the world. We need more women like her in the world. But that is a strong woman. We don't let things deter us because we're unshakable. We don't let these little things, we see these, we're like, I'm getting what I want. How can I make it? How can I figure this out? So we literally have programs in Hot Moms for women that just got out of surgery, just had C-sections. Not saying that we promote getting up and doing shit and hurting yourself. There's modifications to everything. So when I get hurt, I just go inward. I'm like, okay, I see what's going on here. Let's clear out what this is bringing up first. There's always a negative and positive, even if like our kids die, like God forbid. Yes, it's going to be horrible, but there's, for all the horrible stuff, there are also positives. And a lot of you are going to think I'm crazy, but if you think I'm crazy, maybe you are, because you're denying science. You're denying the law of duality. You can't think of a seesaw. Like you have to have both. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is where emotional intelligence comes through. This is what we teach in Hot Moms, how to increase your emotional intelligence so that you're not on this yo-yo diet shit. You're not on programs, off programs. Oh, I got injured. Oh, my son left the house, so now I gained 10 pounds. Oh, I go on vacation and get sick. That's gone. It's not even there anymore. We teach you how to clear this out if you're willing to do the work and take full responsibility for it. Which means when something happens, you sit with it, you clean it up in yourself, you shift perceptions, and you win with it. It's why some women can be single moms and they're crushing it. They take care of themselves. They know, they learn how to make money. They hire people. They get themselves out of their situation. They use that story as the reason to propel them forward to create a better life. So they're not the victim of, you know, the other single moms. It's like, well, I'm a single mom, so therefore I'm poor and I don't have any help. You know, you have options. You always have, even if it doesn't seem like you do. I promise. Human potential is incredible, and there's good people in this world. All right. It just takes that one little thing of I can do this. Show me the way. I'm going to break this generational cycle. You know, so you have to look at it and go, okay, I got hurt, but it doesn't mean I have to stop on my dreams. It doesn't mean I have to stop on my progress. My progression stops. This just means something you get to clear out. Maybe how can you not get there again, right? There's a benefit, is what I'm saying. There's a benefit of you getting injured. And that's your job to find out what it is. We help you with that, but this is just a free video, right? So you have to find out, okay, how can you keep going? What can you do? And if you're by yourself, it's going to be harder. You need to be around supportive people that says, hey, I've been there too. Here's what I did. Like me, if I hurt my arm today or something, I would probably go, okay, I'm going to, probably nail down even harder on my nutrition. I'm going to make sure my hormones are good. I'm going to go and clear out any depression, because it would probably immediately, you get depressed feeling, you get sad, you get let down, you feel defeated because you're like, God, anytime you get injured or you're sick, I mean, we're just humans. Like, it's going to happen to us all. And so this is just a normal human emotion. It means nothing about us. It just means like, let's feel it. Let's let it pass through. It doesn't mean we get to, or we don't get to have things. It just means whatever we make it mean. Right. So I would go inward, I would clear that out. I would rearrange things and look at like how that happened, like, wow, okay, so maybe I was going too hard, or maybe this happened. Okay, got it. So I'm going to use this as a sign to do this, and I'm going to do this. And this doesn't mean anything. I'm still going to hit all my goals, and I'm just going to move all the shit out of the way. And if I was totally healed right now, if I knew that I was still going to hit my goals, even with this thing in my life, how would I feel right now? I would feel pretty good. I would feel, okay, I can do this. And you just keep going. What most people do is they get injured and they because you've got trauma, you maybe you didn't get attention growing up as a kid. Maybe you suffered a lot of emotional neglect growing up. You were looking for a way out because you have a lot of fears about success or fear of spending money on the thing. So you needed to hurt yourself so you could get out of it, because you don't know how to say, hey, I'm scared of spending money. Can somebody help me clear my money trauma so I don't have something come through that knocks me off, that makes me stop? You see what I'm saying? But this is emotional intelligence. I don't expect anybody to think like this. This is something that you have to learn how to think like. I just want you to know, anybody out there that maybe, was on path to doing something really great and something happened. Like, I teach this in my course, Resilient AF. Like, this means something and it's good. It's not good or bad. It just is. So what are you going to do with it? The stories that we've created, the nothing works out for me, things are harder for me, see, this is always what happens. These are the things that show you trauma. There's something that created a belief in you that didn't serve you, and it came from somewhere. It's not their fault. It's your fault for making the story a belief and a fact, right? So this is where we teach like how to go in and clear that so you can realign with your vision and take action accordingly, instead of taking action out of fear of getting hurt again, or fear or scarcity of like. And I understand what that's like. I understand. I have trauma from being sick. I have trauma from being hurt, getting hurt. And I've, when I was a kid, I broke my arm. And after that, I quit cheerleading. I would not do anything that could possibly get me hurt again. And I missed out on a lot. I missed out on like learning how to skateboard, because I was scared of getting hurt. And that's sad. I mean, it is sad. Well, that's safety. I mean, that's your survival instincts. Or is it trauma? Because I know trauma, and sometimes that shit holds you back majorly. I know so many women that will not take action with a mentor. They won't buy a car. They won't buy a house because they have so much money trauma. They're literally choking themselves out of living fully because they have money trauma. Why don't you just clear your money trauma? Same thing with weight loss. I know so many women that do this shit every day. They show up every day, and here they are, 40 years old, struggle their whole life with weight. I'm like, are you tired of this shit yet? I would be. When all you got to do is get to the root of why you struggle with weight, and it's done. And then you get to move on to the next thing. But we got to make sure you're not a victim, that you don't like that type of attention. We can also show you how to clear that out. It's deep, y'all. But anything can happen in an instant. It just takes you in your soul saying, I'm totally willing to see things in a completely different perception that will support me and my dreams and my goals and my family. You staying sick and injured and hating yourself and never hitting your goals doesn't help anybody, because it's not helping you. If you would like some help clearing out things that maybe were there that you didn't know, or just untangling some stuff so that you can just feel more at peace every day versus waking up and feeling terrified. I remember what that was like, waking up every day feeling terrified and on alert and in survival mode. Like, that is no way to live life. And if you don't change that, you're just going to keep creating that, because it's predictable. And trauma survivors, we like that. If we grew up in survival mode and the chaos, we just create more of it because we're used to it. But if you get like me and you get fed up and your health takes a shit, I had to wake up and say, I can't do this. My kids, like, I won't be here. I want to be here and be as healthy as I can for myself and for other people. It's just my duty. It's your duty. Okay. This is it. I've got a free training, CaseyShipp.com/register. Be sure to grab that and then join my free Facebook group and just reach out. Struggle is not required. So hit me up, CaseyShipp.com/register. Talk to you soon.